Hello everyone and welcome to the Philippine First Day Coverage channel. For the sixth episode, we will be talking about stamps. A postage stamp is a small piece of paper that is issued by a post office, a postal administration, or anyone who is authorized to sell it to customers to pay for postage. The stamp is then pasted or affixed on the address side of any item of mail that the customer wished to send. A postage stamp has main components, and they are the image, the perforation, the name of the country issuing the postage stamp, and the denomination. The image is a visual representation of the subject or the theme of the stamp. Perforations are the small holes around the stamp, which facilitates easy separation of one stamp from another without destroying. The denomination is the value in which the stamp is sold, and the name of the country that issued the stamp. Now that we have an idea of what stamps are composed of, we will now be discussing the different types of stamps encountered on a first day cover. First, we have the definitive issue, also known as a regular issue of a country's stamp. It is available for sale by the post office for an extended period of time and designed to serve the everyday postal needs of a country. An example of which is the 1990 Christmas issue of the Philippine Post Office. The stamp issued features different types of paroles. The denomination, as you observe, is all the same. Another example is a series that features the coat of arms of the City of Manila. Note that each stamp features the coat and arms of the City of Manila, but it has different colors and different denominations. Another is a series that features the coat of arms of the City of Zamboanga. Again, note that each stamp bears the coat of arms of the City of Zamboanga, but it bears different colors and different denominations. Another example of a definitive issue is the series for the birth centenary of Great Filipinos. Note that the stamp value for all stamps are the same, but the images on each stamp bears the likeness of the Great Filipinos featured in the series. And now we have a commemorative issue stamp. It is usually issued on a significant date, such as an anniversary, to honor or commemorate a place, event, person, or object. In contrast to definitive issue stamps, they are usually printed in limited quantity and sold for a much shorter period of time. An example of which is the December 15, 1980 issue to commemorate Christmas. This commemorative stamp is issued to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of the UP College of Medicine. And this one serves to commemorate the papal visit of 1995 for the 10th World Youth Day celebration. And this 1961 issue commemorates the 50th anniversary of the De La Salle College in Manila, Philippines. And these stamps are issued to commemorate the 17th Olympic Games held in Rome, Italy. And then we have what we call overprints. Overprint stamps are stamps with an additional layer or text added to the face of the postage stamp. Overprint stamps are used for internal accounting. Overprints are made because there might be no time to produce new stamps, or they have to use the surplus of stamps. The first example is a colonial overprint wherein the stamp was overprinted with the word Commonwealth because the Philippines was to become the Commonwealth of the United States of America during the American colonial era. This stamp is also a commemorative overprint because it has a victory overprint on it, signifying that the war over the Axis was won by the Allied forces. This is another example of a colonial overprint wherein during the Japanese occupation era, the word United States of America and Commonwealth were overprinted with black strips, and the words were replaced with Republika ng Pilipinas. And this stamp is an example of a commemorative overprint. A commemorative overprint is made as an alternative because it is faster and cheaper to make than to design and issue a new stamp. This overprint commemorates the first National Boy Scouts Jamboree, which was held on April 23 to 30, 1954. And this overprint is an example of a surcharge or a revalued overprint. Note that the stamp has a 6 overprint on it. The stamp was initially valued at 2 cents, but it was revalued to 6 cents. Surcharge overprints can alter the value of the stamp to either that of a greater value or of a lesser value. And this is an example of a stamp with a change of function overprint. Note that between the two stamps, the one on the right has a G and O overprint. It means gawaing opisyal, which makes the stamp function for government use. This is another example of a commemorative overprint, or we can say that this one is a first flight overprint. This one celebrates the flight from Madrid to Manila by the pilot Efrain Loring. Here is another example of surcharged stamps with overprints. The stamp on the left was made into a 6-cent stamp, and the one on the right is made into a 1-cent stamp. And now we go to first day covers with souvenir sheet. Now this stamp is not only a souvenir sheet, but it is also an overprint souvenir sheet. The souvenir sheet is issued in 1980 for the centenary of Douglas MacArthur. Note that in the bottom selvage of the souvenir sheet, there is an overprint that says Inauguration of the Philippine Postal Museum and Philatelic Library, November 10, 1992. This one is also an overprint souvenir sheet. Note that the souvenir sheet was issued on October 9, 1949, and this first day cover was issued in 1963. Right in the middle of the souvenir sheet is an overprint that says UN Adoption, Declaration of Human Rights, 15th Anniversary, December 10, 1963. We could call this a mini sheet because there are 3 similar stamps that was issued on October 9, 1949. Now this is a souvenir sheet, and it commemorates the canonization of the first Filipino saint, Lorenzo Ruiz de Manila, and was issued on October 10, 1987. We could also call this a mini sheet because of the separate stamp that was issued on the same day. This is a souvenir sheet that commemorates the death anniversary of Benigno S. Aquino Jr. And then we have what we call imperforate stamps. Imperforate stamps, as the term implies, has no perforations on the edges. These stamps are separated using a pair of scissors or any sharp material. This one bears the image of Fernando Maria Guerrero, and this first day cover bears an imperforate stamp showing the image of Edelberto Evangelista. This first day cover bears 2 stamps. On the left side, we have a perforate stamp. On the right side, we have an imperforate stamp. The stamps featured here are also overprint stamps. They were initially issued on April 27, 1984 for the España 84 International Stamp Exhibition. They were reissued on October 5, 1984 for the National Museum Week celebration. The perforated stamp is overprinted black, and the imperforate stamp is overprinted in red. There is also an imperforate stamp that is overprinted in black, but this shows the one that is overprinted in red. These imperforate stamps have 2 denominations, one 15 cent and the other 50 cent. This is issued for the 75th anniversary of the Civil Service Commission. This souvenir sheet resembles a bill. and it is for the 50th anniversary of the Philippine National Band, which was held in 1966. This is a mini sheet that was issued during the celebration of the Philippine Independence Centenary. This mini sheet features historical revolts that led to the Philippine independence. As you can see, it says Series 3, Part 3, and part of the mini sheet shows a part of the Philippine National Anthem. This is a Setenant stamp which shows the Lingayen Gulf for the 50th anniversary of the Lingayen Gulf landing. The stamps used for the 75th anniversary of the Rotary International, issued on February 23, 1980, is a Setenant strip of 5 stamps. Features the mural work of Carlos Francisco entitled Filipino Struggles Through History. They have the 30-cent denomination and the 2 peso and 30-cent denomination. The next first day cover features a Setenant block of 10 stamps for the 25th anniversary of the Philippine Orthopedic Center. It features a work of art from the 1972 lobby mural entitled Pag-asa by Salvador Uban. And the last stamp featured on this episode is a miniature sheet of 8 for the Worldwide Fund for Nature, and it features the Visayan spotted deer. This was issued on July 15, 1997. Now that we have discussed what a first day cover is, its components, the attachés, covers, postmarks, stamps, I hope you have a better and clearer understanding of this hobby. So come join me into exploring the culture and history of the Philippines. Until next time, I'll see you on the next episode.